What is up, Lightfighters? Welcome back to the channel. This is Lightfighters Anonymous, the show where the tactics are made up, the techniques do not matter, and we cannot fall victim to procedures if we refuse to follow them. It has been about a year since I gave YouTube the brain rot content it demands, another Loadout video. But today, if you follow the channel at all, you know we are about a week away from going on a training FTX with your one and only Lightfighters Anonymous. And one of the perks of being in charge of your own private army, but one of the perks of being in charge of your own support group is you get to designate yourself patrol leader for the event, and I have done such. And since I have the camera out and my gear packed, I figured what a good time to show you what I carry as a patrol leader.
Eagle 2, this is Lightfighter 1-1. How copy, over.
Contact!
Contact!
1-1, this is Eagle 2, good copy, set traffic, over.
All right, real quick, let's go ahead and talk about what the dudes call the first line of equipment, and that's just what you're wearing, your clothing and such. It's going to be pretty mild out in the middle of March in mid-Missouri. Rolling hills, probably going to be a mud fest, good chance of rain, lows down in the 30s, highs in the mid-50s, okay? I plan on wearing these Merrell Moab 2s or 3s, whichever ones I got cheaper. These are shoes that I've just loved forever. They dry pretty fast, but they also do get wet, so that is the downside. Obviously, I've got some wool socks on. I am finally a convert from the sports socks to the wool socks, just because they make my feet smell so much better. I am going to be wearing these cool Amazon tactical pants. They are a knockoff of something, but I find that they've got a bunch of cool pockets that I enjoy. They only cost about 40 bucks. And inside said pockets, I usually keep my phone right here. Obviously, we won't be carrying my cell phone with me for the duration of the patrol because it'll get waterlogged in a water crossing. It'll be in a wet weather bag in my rucksack, but I do have it on me until said water crossing. In my right-hand pocket, I'm not big on EDC, guys, but I do carry pretty much the same items every day. I carry a Sharpie almost all the time. Just as a paramedic, it's a good habit, so I can write down a patient's name, vitals, or birth date, stuff like that I need information as a paramedic. Also, just a little lighter when I'm in my tactical dojo. I'm always burning 550 cord and burning odds and ends of stuff, so it's great to have a lighter. And then always some sort of knife. I encourage you to carry a small fixed blade. This is the most useful knife you will ever find yourself using. A small fixed blade or just a box knife. Those are very utilitarian. And then down in the left pocket, because it's kind of coming out of wintertime, I'm still carrying some Carmex. My lips get a little chappy dude. And then obviously my vise pocket right there. And then last but not least, on my left side, I usually carry just a set of mechanics work gloves or leather gloves, depending on what I'm up to that day. So I usually just keep those stuffed in there. Sometimes I get a wallet on me, sometimes I don't, but obviously I won't be carrying a wallet on patrol. Now on up, I'm wearing a big old thick leather belt. I like leather belts, I think they're nice. You could wear a nylon belt or whatever belt you like to wear. A cotton shirt, 100% cotton. That's just what I wear. Somebody told me they have no insulating value. Well, bullshit. Step outside in no shirt and then step outside in t-shirt and tell me the difference. There's something, motherfucker. Anyways, I obviously won't be wearing my leather cross-straw holsters that you all hate. It is just on right now because I'm hanging out in the garage and it's a great place to keep my mic. What I will be wearing is, this is my new favorite jacket. I wear this pretty much, I'm now wearing this all season long. It's lightweight enough to enjoy in the summertime and it catches a breeze and it stays nice and light. It's only one layer, non-insulated and nylon. It's got pit zips, so this thing just breathes fantastically, and it's really thin, so it layers really good. This is the T-SARS Gen 3 lightweight soft shell. A lot of people asked me about this when I was wearing this on my last video, and go check out Alpha Charlie. He did a whole review on this jacket. It is very good. In this jacket, I don't carry too much, just some standard ID stuff on the sleeves, an old Lightfighter Studies Group patch. On my left sleeve, I carry my individual signal panel. You can check my video out about that. That is from Swift Textiles and Designs. And over on the right side, my nighttime American flag because it looks cool. And then obviously my tourniquet is just flagged out right there, just a regular old cat tourniquet. Nothing else in any of the pockets that I normally keep. Obviously this jacket has a rolled up hood in the top in case you need it. I think this jacket is fantastic, so I'll be wearing that. If it does get a little bit cooler outside, depending on the weather when we step off, I might be wearing these matching pants over these pants, just depending on how cool it is. And also I've got just a really thin cotton hoodie that I could layer into this system need be, just depending on how the weather looks as we get closer to actually next week. Okay, onto the fighting rig is what you guys all came here to see. I'm still using the CrossFire DZ rig instead of any of the PLCE or the TT Mav that I used for many, many years. I am now pretty much a full convert to the DZ rig and the CrossFire line of backpacks and pouches and kit. They make excellent stuff and they're awesome people. Shout out to CrossFire for sending me this cool hat. On here it's pretty standard DZ rig. I've made a couple of choice modifications, but we'll just talk about them as we go down. So first things first, let's just go top to bottom. On the shoulders, it is just the regular old DZ suspender system. I have this set to a pretty long length, longer than I even wore my traditional stuff, which was pretty long. And I am kind of biased long in the torso and short little stubby legs. That's just how I am. But I have this bias long because we're going to be wearing rucksacks on top of this gear for a good duration of the event. So we're going to have our battle belt and our rucksack on. And of course, I'll go model that for you in some B-roll here in a little bit. Going down my left shoulder, I've got my Ranger beads, again, tied to my whistle. And again, this is a some sort of whistle that doesn't rattle. I like that a lot. And then again, it doesn't make too much noise with the Ranger beads, so I don't go clicking down the trail or rattling down the trail. Moving down my left suspender, just a little mounting place for my beacon, which I currently have attached to my helmet right here. If I'm not wearing my helmet and I want my personal strobe or personal beacon on me, it can just clip in right there, and that's just a fantastic little option. Further down, you can see I've got my speaker mic push-to-talk for my radio, which routes back to a pouch further back, so it's kind of out of the way. This is just a B-Tech brand speaker mic. I think B-Tech's a pretty quality brand. I've ran into some that are just complete trash. You pick them up out of the thing and you just tell that it's completely like hollow plastic feel to it. And that's no good. So B-Tech's been pretty good to me. Moving across, let me go ahead and splay this out for you. All right, now we're framed way better up and you don't have to stare at my ugly mug this whole time anyway. So moving through the left side of my rig, I have attached, this is not a DZ rig pouch or a CrossFire pouch. This is just a tactical tailor grenade pouch. What I've done is put just a little button cell compass right on there. That is a Sunto. It does a pretty good job. It's pointing to north right now. And then inside of here is my primary navigation pouch, which I'm just running this Garmin Foretrex. I think this is a 601. I'm not sure which model it is exactly, but a 601 or an 801. And that has just been a fantastically dead accurate GPS that I have completely started using over my compass. And I was a compass guy for a long time. But again, I've got a little compass built in right there. So built-in little backup, and it takes up no space at all. Obviously on my primary left hand, we're gonna be running our ammunition. And of course, this is a blank fire FTX. So I've already double checked and triple checked and then reloaded my mags, but we are loaded with M200 blank ammunition for this event. Normally, this would be a surprise, a whole nother load of 3 mags of ammunition, but what you're gonna do, PL, I am the patrol leader for this event, so I have downloaded the quantity of ammunition I'm carrying. I have 1 magazine in this pouch, and this is kind of my administrative mag that I will load into my gun before step off, but I've made this pouch kind of into a signal flare pouch, and what I have in here is 1 little handheld signal flare, and then I've got 2 aerial assisted rocket flares, which are very cool. These go about 10,000 feet with about a 45-second burn time, and they turn the whole everything orange for about that amount of time. So that's what I've got loaded in this pouch right there. Normally it'd be ammunition, but we are patrol leader today, so we're coming up. So we converted this to a little bit more signal equipment because we need to prioritize the signal gear. Moving along, another non-standard pouch to the DZ rig. I have just put another tactical tailor old flapped. This is a double mag pouch. Again, this one's got a buckle on it, so that's why I chose it. And I'm just using that simply for our radio. The radio that we use is a TYT-390 Plus. These are digital mobile radios. These are fantastic. They do all sorts of great stuff. Encryption if you need it, but just regular like text blast. You can send text. You can send all sorts of information over these. They can link up to the internet. They can do all sorts of fancy stuff when you link them with a radio nerd who knows how to make them work. So that's what I keep right there, just on my left side. Moving along across the back, this is where I keep my water and my canteens, and obviously this is another canteen pouch right here. So I just keep two big liter Nalgene's right here. Shout out to Canna Provisions. They've got this cool little stickers that you can put on your card so you never have to go hunting for your purification instructions. In this pouch on the right, I've got some water flavoring. These are just liquid IV, electrolytes, and flavor. And in this pouch on the left, I have my actual water purification, as well as just a couple emergency butt wipes. You can usually find an emergency butt wipe scattered amongst my gear in lots of random places. Always good to have the emergency bottom wipe. Also in the bottom of here, you'll see that I am pulling stuff out around. I need to pull it out and show you. Just my nested canteen cup right there is what I'm gonna be cooking my meals in for this entire event. Normally I don't need, you need a canteen cup in your fighting rig, but right there, it takes up no space whatsoever. It fits perfectly, so what do you know? We're carrying a canteen cup into battle. The middle pouch, not too much in here. This is where I usually kind of keep stuff that I'm either wearing off and on or mission-specific equipment. Obviously, we have Cajun trail mix in here because that is mission-specific equipment. No, I just keep a snack usually in there, something I can eat on the run. In here is just this is a cold smoke. An orange smoke making device, great for signaling. We're going to be operating in heavy canopy, and we do have a drone in our patrol. So this smoke device is good. Obviously, if you're signaling air assets, it doesn't have to be an airplane. You don't have to be calling in a C-130 or a helicopter. You can just be trying to fly your drone back to you in canopy and not know where you are. So if we are able to, can't see our patrol on the drone, or we are not able to find base, we can obviously pop smoke and mark it for the drone. So that's obviously an option. In the bottom of here, I just got a little face wrap, just the standard, just in case my face camo starts getting bad or it gets real crispy cool at night. And then just your old Arab rag. And this is just a half of one too, because I find they're really big. So I just cut this one in half, and this works as, you know, it's bigger than a normal size bandana, but it's a little bit smaller than a whole shemagh, if you will. So down go the snacks and the smoke. And then back on down the right side of the DZ rig, I have just some scissors stuffed behind the double mag pouch, which I use as my medical pullout. This is just my primary bleeder IFAK. So this is just a pullout designed by OSOE. I've been using this in pretty much all of my rigs for a very long time. It's an excellent way just to keep the bare minimums for a bleed control or a chest wound in a triple mag pouch. And then it's also got a permanent flag built into it. So I love this. I think it's excellent. And I use these in my doors of my car, in your cup holder. I keep one of these. Actually, this one, that's why this one's so sun bleached. Or obviously fit in a triple mag pouch. Anywhere you just got a spare mag, you can mount 2 mags, you can mount one of those. So I like those a lot. Over to the very far right, no surprise, I'm not just carrying 3 mags of ammo, I'm carrying 6, of course, the bare minimum you should carry. Never just 3 across the chest. That's for the DevGru boys. We carry 6 mags at the bare minimum, and then some more in our backpack, but that's for a different video. And then finally, moving back over here, this is just a spare grenade pouch. What I have in here right now is just a tourniquet. I like being able to just keep my tourniquets clean and dry and free of crud. Obviously, I don't always carry the tourniquet in this pouch. Sometimes I carry a grenade sim. Sometimes I switch this out to a compass. Sometimes it's 3 cans of Zyn. This really just kind of floats. It's one of those floaters that doesn't always stay what it is. And then sometimes that tourniquet just moves over to a fixed pocket in my leg, if we're ever using real bullets at all. Finally, you'll see hanging from the bottom, shout out to Swift Textiles and Designs. This is the old European-inspired ass pad made by them. It's just got some closed cell foam in there. I think it's 14 by 10, and it is just gives you always a dry place to sit. It is going to be rainy and muddy here in mid-Missouri in March, and having a dry place to sit just to keep your ass a little bit drier is... And of course, this doesn't weigh anything, and it just always falls in line behind you. if you need to cook or do something different or administrative tasks, you can pop it off and just drop your knees on it. So we're going to be giving that a try, this FTX. I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be a good addition. And then finally, obviously my sweet fanny pack, which is a Helicon Tex, I think Bandicoot is the model. People asked what it was. It is available on Amazon, or at least it was a while ago. And this kind of is my floater pouch. It can either ride on the front, on top of all these pouches, or I can just flip it around and wear it on the front like a traditional fanny pack. I've got it affixed with the flaps that is provided with the DZ rig or the CF2. These are designed to attach your CF2 and integrate it with your DZ rig. I, again, just use it for integrating my fanny pack. If I need my fanny pack just all standalone, of course, I just keep the actual real fanny pack straps tucked away in the back so I can give this to somebody else or wear this all alone if that's what I want to do. And then these could obviously just stuff in behind it right there. On here, got a little plastic carabiner, usually just to hang my gloves if they're not hanging out in my pocket. On the front ID panel, just my name, my title, and some cat eyes, because sometimes this is just sitting like a butt pouch on my back, and that gives the guy behind me something to follow. Now, this is going to be some random stuff. It's a lot of crap in here. Bear with me. Right now, I've got my first 2 batteries for my night vision and my thermal. Those are obviously going to get dropped into my night vision and my thermal when we step off, so they're not going to be in this pouch. They're going to be over here and that. A spare lighter. I usually, if it's for my outdoor equipment, I usually just wrap some spare tape around there and then just drop those everywhere. And then also, I was really disappointed with this Predator war paint, but it'll be great for touch-ups, so I just dropped it in there with a set of EMS gloves, which I kind of just carry a set everywhere in case somebody's a little sloppy. You never know. Moving up to the main pouch, this is, again, just full of a lot of random crap, so let's go digging through it. First things first, hanging from the zipper in here is just a little red lens flashlight, so this will help me find shit in this disaster of a pouch that has very little organization when I go searching for it in the middle of the night. But let's go digging through. I dropped my cream savers in here, guys. When you get a scratchy throat at night, or you're coughing, or you're on patrol, it's good to be able to put something like a cough drop or something down the hatch so you can cut that shit out. Your buddies will appreciate it as well. And if you got a buddy, you hear him coughing or having a hissy fit with his throat, you can be the throat goat and give him a cream saver. Moving along. I got a spare flavored water just because it found its way there. I kind of, again, litter those everywhere. A plethora of pins and Sharpies for writing on some of the writing equipment that's here deeper in the back. I've got a buzzsaw that is pre-made as well. I know that I've got more Kim sticks in this zippered pouch right here. So I've got a pre-made buzzsaw, or if I needed to change the color real quick, this one is green. I just know that because I remember it. I got a green buzzsaw ready to go. If we need to switch colors real quick, I can switch colors real quick, and I've got the length of cord ready to rip, ready to go. One other thing to help you make a quick buzzsaw or just hand off gear, make yourself a little lanyard that you're going to put basically on nothing. So if you hand a piece of equipment to somebody who doesn't have it in the middle of the night, you can tie a lanyard to it, or you can use this lanyard very quickly to make a buzzsaw real fast. If I need to hand like my watch or my night vision equipment to somebody, I can detach it real fast, tie this lanyard on it, and now they have a lanyard on my $10,000 of optics that I let them borrow for a few hours while I sleep. I just encourage you to make this. Obviously, I put some fancy little slides on mine. You don't have to do that, but just have a lanyard or a necklace of some sort so you can just make that emergent tie down for something, especially when you hand expensive shit to young guys. Moving along, just my headlamp right here. This is a Surefire Bandit. I like this one a lot because obviously it's got the band, but it also has the hat clip, so I can clip it to my sweet CrossFire hat that I'm going to be wearing if I'm not wearing, obviously, my soft cap or my night vision helmet. A spare battery for my radio. Obviously, I've got just one radio with one battery, so I need to back it up with a spare battery. That's going to be your first failure point, and they eat batteries, so you can expect it to go down. And then finally, because I am PL, I've got some of my most important equipment right here. my Right in the Rain pads. So I've got a small one right here. I really hate writing on these small ones. I write sloppy already, and when I combine it with these really small pads, I write really messy and almost I can't even read it. So I like getting a little bit bigger ones. And in here, I shouldn't show it to you all, but we've got our battle rosters and our SOIs, and all that stuff's copied and laminated and stuffed in here. So I've got just quick reference cards I can pull out here if I need to get on the radio or talk to a different call sign or whatnot. So that is kind of my admin stuff right there. And then we just pack it in with the pins and Sharpies that just fall along the bottom. I put all my Kim sticks behind the zipper so they stay out of the way. Well, with the buzzsaw right on top, why not? And then the rest of the crap just falls on top. And that is my little fanny pack, admin pouch, whatever you guys want to call this. And again, I love this little guy because I'll model it for you in some B-roll, but it just sits on top of either my pouches like that, or it sits in front when I've got my ruck on, and it's awesome. Again, guys, I hope you like it. Loadout video. This is everything I'm carrying as a patrol leader on a Lightfighters Anonymous FTX that is upcoming. If you want to join, go to lightfighteranonymous.com and check it out and join the fun, guys. I hope you had a lot of fun, didn't learn a damn thing. Rock on and stay sharp.